I'm very excited to announce our first speakers of today. This dynamic duo consists of Konrad, right here, and it consists of Martin Hignet, who is our Regional Director as Elastomers Europe, and they will kick it off with Build to Adapt, leveraging global reach with local focus. So gentlemen, the stage is yours, but actually, spoiler alert, get ready for 35 plus manufacturing sites, shortened lead times, and real world examples. Here we go.
Thanks, Matthias. Great. We would like to take the opportunity to really speak to leveraging our global reach with local focus, our manufacturing footprint, the capabilities that we offer to our customers here in Europe. We would like to kick it off with an overview of why we are really talking about this in that level of actions. There is tariffs, there is other constraints, severe concerns, disruptions in the value chains. We all need have newspaper access. We know what is happening around the world. And this is keeping us, of course, awake. How do we have to act to respond to our customers' needs? And we believe that we have an interesting offer to make, that we are really well equipped to leverage these challenges and other supply chain disruption challenges through a strong manufacturing footprint across the regions, through regional R&D and engineering, local logistics capabilities. We have all we need in the respective regions, very close to you, our customers. We also offer local engineering support through our sales offices in the various countries. We are present in all relevant markets. We can help you where you are, but we also can help your dependent organizations wherever they are around the globe. We are globally available, but your local partner of choice. And then, of course, what we can leverage is our global quality standards, our global processes, the transparency we have through our global organizations, that one global quality standard ensures that our customers are getting the promised quality levels in time, in full. Really, I would like to start off with a global footprint. We do have over 55 customer solution centers. We call them, you may refer to as sales offices, but they are actually more than sales offices. We offer engineering solutions, customer proximity in over 55 countries. We have over 35 manufacturing locations and counting around the world. We have 15 R&D centers where we do cutting edge research and development on customer specific solution levels. We do have 7 logistics centers around the world where we ship and handle parts for our customers. And on top of that, 15 and more Service Plus centers where we offer technical, commercial, and logistical services, again, for our prime customers. So when we say we are equipped to support our customers locally, but also globally, that is what we are referring to. We are always in your proximity. We are always ready to support you. Now, specifically when we are looking into Europe, Martin, and this is where I put you on stage, this is the footprint that we have all across Europe.
Right, so good day to you. I thought I was coming in one slide later, so no problem at all. Yes, we have a lot of sites in Europe. We have 20 manufacturing sites, all the way from just under the Arctic Circle, right the way down to Malta, actually in the south. And with this, we really believe that we can actually cover you, whatever your actual needs throughout Europe. We have a very wide range of products. In fact, we have the full product portfolio, which we can actually offer out of the sites that we actually have in Europe. And you can see them here with, these are all the different products they actually produce within Trelleborg Sealing Solutions. And I said, all of these are actually available in Europe. Thank you. Okay. In terms of, hang on a moment. There, that's the one I was looking for. Thank you very much. So we have 20 manufacturing sites, but I'm not going to take you on a tour of Europe, which we could very easily do here because I think we'll take up far too much time. So instead, what I'm going to do is just pick 4 or 5 key sites, which I think really exemplify the product offering that we actually can give to our customer base. I'm going to start with Helsingør. This is in Denmark. Established over 60 years ago, it is the lead site within our plastics group of companies. They are a full service provider for PTFE and other advanced plastic materials, and they run from very high volume automated production lines, in some cases producing tens of millions of parts per year, all the way down to individual custom solutions, which can be individually machined for specific applications. We offer also a very fast response quick seal delivery system, which is absolutely vital for meeting urgent customer needs. Often we ship within 2 days of order, and this is for reducing equipment downtimes, aligning very well with the local for local manufacturing approach. With over 60 years experience, deep technical and application knowledge, and a full material and PTFE compound development, we really believe we have everything we need to actually offer to the customer base, to you guys. We have world-class engineering and support. Hang on back. We also have world-class engineering service and support, including on-site training. Thank you, Conrad. Next. Livorno. So we've now moved to Tuscany in Italy, where we have a site in Livorno. And this is our lead site for zircon, which is the TSS name for polyurethane products. We have extensive use of lean manufacturing with efficient and automated production lines for polyurethane and thermoplastic products. One key element of Livorno, though, which is really quite unique, is we have full material development, not only for R&D, for polyurethane grades, but also we have on-site synthesis of the zircon raw material, which is the polyurethane. So with that, we actually gives us tremendous flexibility when working on new customer requirements and customized solutions. Rapid prototyping is also available from this site via a machined seals facility for small scale production. One of the things that we've seen over the last few years is an expanding market demand for ever shorter lead times, especially for small production of urgent parts, typically when you have machine breakdowns and the such like. So we set up a small manufacturing facility in Croatia, in Zagreb, which has a series of, as you see in the photograph, machining cells where we get the raw materials from the other sites and they will actually machine parts. And this really is for small and medium-sized batches, but really it gives us fantastic flexibility to actually meet very short lead times. By short, I typically mean that RFQs are responded to within 2 hours. And we also offer, as well as the machining, we have a service plus option, which might be special packaging, kits, assemblies, special coatings and such like. This also offers the quick seal delivery system, and we have a very customer oriented team in this little site. And this is something where we're looking now to actually expand across also some other areas. Thank you, Conrad. I now move on to some of the elastomer sites, just 2. Stein am Rhein in Switzerland. This is very close to the German border. This is an extraordinary site. It is almost a lights out facility with state-of-the-art, fully automated liquid injection molding, where they specialize not only in single shot, but more importantly in dual shot 2K technology. So this is either for LSR to a hard plastic, or in some cases LSR to LSR. They're really focused on high volume, fully automated cells, including inline quality controls and specialized packaging. This is an extraordinary site to actually go and see and actually to walk around. They also do micromolding technology with tiny, tiny little parts for medical applications. And in fact, on the medical side, they have extensive clean rooms both Class 7 and Class 8, and nearly 40% of their production is now actually made in clean rooms. One big advantage of this site is they have their own in-house tool design and tool making. And we have recently acquired another 3 tool makers actually within the Swiss region, which all work together with the Stein am Rhein facility to actually support the manufacture of tooling. And they're making tooling not only for themselves, but also for some of the sister sites, because as I explained, Stein am Rhein is a lead site, and therefore our site in Pernik in Bulgaria and also in Shanghai are actually effectively sister sites where the lead is being held in Stein am Rhein in Switzerland. They also have a new process, which is called the iCast, which is a small batch and fully functional prototypes. This is using a 3D printed tool and then using an injection process to actually produce the parts. So you have fully functional prototypes, or we can also use it for small batch manufacturing, which is really something quite unique with LSR, because normally people think of LSR as only being available for very high volumes. And this is something which is growing quite rapidly within the customer base. Finally, I'm going to talk about Malta, which is actually my home site. I've spent the last 20 years here. So Malta, we've been around since 1961. It is a large factory, and it is the lead site for our elastomers. We have nearly 20,000 square meters of production space with about 600 people, and we produce high volume O-rings and molded parts, about 5 million pieces every single day. It's about 1 billion parts a year. One of the unique parts about Malta is the fact that it is really a full service provider, in the fact that it has its own mill room, where we do material development, and also we do the compounding, not only for the Malta facility, but also to support our other facilities around the world. We're a leader in automation, including machine vision inspection. We have over 70 automated inspection machines with autorobotic packing and assembly machines. We have in-house tool design, so we actually have our own tool room. So we make about 70% of our own tools, together with surface coating. We have a new seal glide, and we're actually able to offer then a whole host of different opportunities for our customers. We recently put in place a new product development center, and we've used that to actually help us develop the new technology we've required for multi-component molding, where we're actually rubber and plastic co-molded within a tool, and also for making micro parts and very complex flash-free parts. 2 years ago, we announced the expansion of the factory. So you can see in the photograph on the left-hand side of the factory, you can actually see a sort of green and yellow space. That is today occupied by another building, and we're actually expanding with another 4,000 square meters of factory space on 2 floors. And that will be dedicated to semicon and metal equipment. We actually have the inauguration next Tuesday, which will be an exciting event for us. And I think this really shows the commitment of Trelleborg towards European manufacturing and enhancing our European manufacturing capabilities. I think these 4 sites or 5 sites that I've mentioned really exemplify Trelleborg's commitment for the local manufacturing model, delivering specialized high quality components to regional markets, whilst at the same time maintaining global standards of excellence and service. One request I do have is please come and visit us. We used to get a huge number of visitors prior to COVID, but since COVID, it really is a lot less. And it's a pity really, because we have these astonishing facilities, and it is always a pleasure to receive visitors and actually get involved in co-development. So we look forward to seeing you. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Martin. As we have asked, customers are trickling in with questions. There's one actually directly associated to your last call for action for showing up. It really is a question: how can these factories and their engineering teams support custom developments? Martin, is that something you could elaborate on?
No problem at all. Delighted to. To be honest, the initial contact is always through the CSC, through the customer solution centers. If it is a more complex product, such as a multi-component, what we would tend to find is that one of our engineers would actually go and sit with, would accompany the sales guy to the customer, and then would actually involved in all the initial discussions. We would then get involved as necessary, or through Conrad's R&D team in terms of the application engineering. So Malta, in this particular case I'll refer to, would actually get involved in the tool design, both for manufacturing and also to optimize the best design for the customer. We are extremely happy to be able to offer this service, and as I said, also through the R&D facility that Conrad runs, we have the application engineering, finite element analysis, mold flow. We have a lot of different facilities, and of course when it then gets to the next stage where we're now then moving into first production, we are then delighted to have people actually come and witness the first productions and actually come and see the sites.
Well, thanks for that, Martin. Follow-on question, specifically to product quality across the factories. Does the quality deviate from factory to factory, or what is the quality approach from the various sites? As we are touching very many technologies, how do we approach consistent quality to our customers?
I think it's a very good question, and I have to admit, although we are global, we do have a sort of regional focus. That said, all the sites follow global standards, so global quality standards. So whether it be ISO 9000 or IATF, so what you will find is you will be able to receive exactly the same quality of standard right the way across. We also have a centralized R&D, and when it comes to materials, shared material formulations across the world to actually ensure that you are getting exactly the same product wherever it is in the world. We also have this concept of lead sites. Now, it so happens in Europe, we have quite a few of the lead sites, and I mentioned a few of them. We would then support the sites in other regions, and often we would actually set up the initial facilities. We might be making the tooling, actually, as in Stein and Rhein in Switzerland, we'd make the tooling in Switzerland, we'd test it all out before we actually move it to another area. So this is one of the ways that we can actually ensure that although we have local production, we actually have a global quality benchmark.
Yeah, and if I may add from my perspective, we have a very strong segment approach, be it food and beverage, where GMP is being rolled out to the respective factories, where we locally support the defense segment. We do have that local support within a country that we are looking into those, where it is automotive, aerospace, medical requirements. The factories that produce those parts have specific credentials that meet those specific requirements, which is really very important to us. Well, thank you, Martin, for this parforce over a very comprehensive footprint.